Tari bade.
Duit lagi. Wah. Buat.
Kare.
Mas bin tadi ya. Cicam. Ya.
Ta kar goi.
Cicam ya.
Aya bilkade.
Di.
Hadi öyle kalpem mekavcena. Şevço komara.
नहीं वो भी तक नहीं है
야, 도대체 퀴즈 이름이 싫다지. 야, 지적. 좋아. 시작된다. 야, 나 가지고 주시고 그중에 테마. 자. 다쳐 또 맞지. 교군 제죠. 여담.
Lema.
아니, 딜 눌러 줘야죠. 남의 다지 마. 야.
क्या हुआ सॉरी
अपना आज एक क्लिप रिकॉर्ड करूंगा मैं जब आप बात कर रहे हैं
अच्छा ओके रिकॉर्ड करना है अभी टेस्ट करना है 1 2 3 चेक नहीं फिर रिकॉर्ड कैसे करना है
वो मैं मोबाइल कर सकता
अच्छा 1 2 3 चेक फॉर इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन क्या रिकॉर्ड है
तो मेरे बेटा बोला है आप लोग करते क्या हो वो पीएचडी करा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में तो आप मेरा बेटा पीएचडी करा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में पीएचडी कर रहा है
हाँ
वो जानना चाहता है कि ट्रांसलेशन आप लोग करते कैसे हो सिमल्टेनियस ट्रांसलेशन
वो तो सुन के पता चलेगा ना
हाँ जब आप बोलेंगे तो इसमें रिकॉर्ड होगा ना
रिकॉर्ड वॉइस करो ये वीडियो कर रहे हैं आप तो
हाँ वीडियो के साथ ना पता तो चले
नहीं वो
देखना है आप हेडफोन लगाओ आप तो बोलेंगे कुछ भी बोलेंगे तो जब रिकॉर्ड करेंगे तो इसको यूज कर देंगे
भी कर रहे हैं हाँ वो एक ये आगे होगा तो देना
अब तो यहाँ पे था ना कल वो ले लिया
Teacher, perfect transcendent conqueror, thus gone, destroyer of harm, utterly pure and perfectly enlightened one, possessing perfect knowledge and conduct, you who have gone to place knower of the world, steersman for all beings to be trained, unexalted teacher of gods and humans, to you, Lord Buddha, glorious conqueror, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Chief among humans, when you were born, you took 7 strides upon this earth and said, I am supreme in this world. To you, who then revealed your wisdom, I prostrate. You, of perfect form, supreme in possessing the utterly pure kayas, ocean of wisdom, you are like a golden mountain. Your fame radiating throughout the 3 worlds, protector who attained the highest level, to you I prostrate. You who have the supreme marks, your countenance like the immaculate moon, your color like gold, to you I prostrate. To you, free of all flaws, unmatched in 3 realms, unequaled in the wisdom you possess, to you I prostrate. Protector with great compassion, being omniscient, you are the teacher, filled of infinite merit and good qualities. You who are thus gone, to you I prostrate. Through purity, freeing from attachment, and through virtue, liberating from the lower realms, unique in leading to the supreme ultimate truth, to you, to the Dharma that brings peace, I prostrate. Those who, being liberated, show the path to freedom and dwell perfectly in the purity of the trainings, as are filled with the qualities of the sublime, to the Sangha, I prostrate. Do not wrong at all, perfectly accomplish good, and utterly tame your mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha. Like stars, visual aberrations, candle, flames, magic tricks, dewdrops, bubbles, dreams, lightning flashes, clouds, see all compounded things as being like these. By this merit, may we attain the level of omniscience, overcome all the enemies that are our faults, and free from the ocean of existence all beings, buffeted by the waves of aging, sickness, and death.
하고 질문이 어떤 사람?
The heart of the Wisdom Sutra being recited in Sanskrit. Thus, Bhagavati Prajaparamitarshidaya. Thus have I once heard the Blessed One was staying at Rajakriya at Vajapayana along with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. And at that time the Blessed One entered the meditative absorption on the varieties of phenomena called the appearance of the profound. At that time as well, the noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, clearly beheld the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom itself and saw that even the five aggregates are empty of intrinsic existence. Thereupon, through the Buddha's inspiration, the Venerable Shariputra spoke to the noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and said, "How should a noble son or noble daughter who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom train?" When this had been said, the holy Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, spoke to the Venerable Shariputra and said, "Shariputra, any noble son or daughter who so wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection wisdom should clearly see this way. They should see perfectly that even the five aggregates are empty of intrinsic existence. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form, and form too is not other than emptiness. Likewise, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness are empty, all empty. Therefore, Shariputra, all phenomena are emptiness. They are without defining characteristics. They are not born. They do not cease. They are not defiled. They are not undefiled. They are not deficient, and they are not complete. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no mental object, no formations, and no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, and no mind. There is no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no texture, and no mental objects. There is no I element, and so on up to no mind element, including up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance. There is no extinction of ignorance, and so on up to no and so on up to no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origination, no cessation, and no path. There is no wisdom, no attainment, and even no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since bodhisattvas no attainment, they rely on this perfection wisdom and abide in it. Having no obscuration in their minds, they have no fear, and by going utterly beyond error, they will reach the end of nirvana. All the Buddhas too, who abide in the three times, attain the full awakening of unexcelled perfect enlightenment by relying on this profound perfection of wisdom. Therefore, one should know that the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unexcelled mantra, the mantra equal to the unequal, the mantra that quells all suffering is true because it is not deceptive. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is that Yatha Gade Gade Paragade Parasangade Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, the great beings, should train in perfection wisdom in this way. Thereupon the Blessed One arose from the meditative absorption and commended the holy Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and saying, "This is excellent, excellent, excellent. O noble child, it is just so, it should be just so. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you have revealed, for then even the Tathagatas will rejoice." As the Blessed One uttered these words, the Venerable Shariputra, the holy Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, along with the entire assembly, including the worlds of gods, humans, Asuras, and Gandharvas, all rejoiced and hailed what the Blessed One had said.
चक्षुर्न धातुर्यावरणा मनो धातुर्न मनोविज्ञाने धातुः न विद्या न क्षयो यावञ्जरामरणं न जरामरणक्षय न दुःखसमुदय निरोधमार्गः न ज्ञानं न प्राप्ति तस्मात् शारिपुत्रः अप्राप्तित्वेन बोधिसत्त्वानां प्रज्ञापारमितामाश्रित्य विहरति चित्तावर्ण नास्ति वादित्रस्तो विपर्यासातिक्रान्तो निश्चय निर्वाण त्रयध्याय व्यवस्थिता सर्वबुद्धा प्रज्ञा पारमितामाश्रित्य अनुतरम् सम्यक् सम्बोधिमभिसम्बुधा तस्माद् ज्ञातव्या प्रज्ञा पारमिता महामन्त्रः अनुतरमन्त्रः समस्तमन्त्रः सर्वदुःखप्रशमनमन्त्रः सत्यं मिथ्यत्वात् प्रज्ञा पारमितायां मुक्तो मन्त्रः तद्यथा गते गते पारिगते पारिसङ्गते बोधिष्वा एवं सारिपुत्र गम्भीरायां प्रज्ञा पारमितायां चर्यायां शिक्षितव्यं बोधिसत्त्वेन अद्य खलु भगवान् तस्मात् समाधि उत्थाय आर्यावलोकितेश्वरस्य बोधिसत्त्वस्य साधुकार्यमना साधु साधु कुलपुत्र एवमेतत् कुलपुत्र एवमेत गम्भीरायां प्रज्ञा पारमितायां चर्यां चर्तव्यं यथा त्वया निर्दिष्टम् अनुमोदयते तथागतैर्हब्धि सम्यक् सम्बुद्धै इदं वोचते भगवान् आनन्दमना आयुष्मान् सारिपुत्रो आर्यावलोकितेश्वरस्य बोधिसत्त्व साचा सर्वावती परिषत् सदैव मानुषा सूर्यगन्धवर्षलोको भगवतो भासितम् अव्यानन्दन् इति प्रज्ञा पारमिता हृदयसूत्रं समाप्तम् प्रज्ञा पारमिता हृदयसूत्रं समाप्तम्
Mandala offering. So the one verse offering of mandala, this ground scented with water, scented, this ground anointed with scented water and strewn with flowers, adorned by Sumeru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. Thinking of it as a blessed Buddha field, we offer it to you. May all beings enjoy the perfectly pure Buddha field. His Holiness is talking about the lamp that was offered from the person from Hiroshima. This is blessing for the tea. Blessing for tea and bread. So today, here, at this very special supreme site, holy site of Vajrasana, we have another occasion to do a Dharma discourse. We are very fortunate for that. So the Buddha, Shakyamuni himself, came here, walked on this soil, and became enlightened and gave teachings. And so we have this occasion to gather here. So I have been given this flame from Hiroshima, where an atomic bomb was dropped during the Second World War. I have been there, and at that time, of course, when the bomb was dropped, many people died. And so I really I reflected on how many people were killed and felt very sad. And I felt how good it would be if this world could be free from nuclear weapons. And I also prayed for that. Until now, the wars are still going on, and weapons are being used. Bombs and so forth are being used. And there has been no use of nuclear weapons so far. So many people, so many countries have built nuclear weapons, but there are increasing number of people who are opposing the nuclear armament. And so at this very sacred place, special sacred place of Vajrasana, Bodh Gaya, we have this flame of hope from Hiroshima, and have this occasion to make our prayer for the world. And today in this world, though there's less danger of mass wars, but there is the threat from epidemics. So we are hearing news about the pandemic spreading again, and so all of us single-pointedly should pray for the pandemic to subside gradually. So this pandemic is quite serious and gives quite anxiety to people. And so in China also this is the case, and in India, in some places it's spreading. It has spread, and all of us are same human beings, and we have the suffering of birth, sickness, aging, and death. So we have the same experience, and therefore at this gathering we will say the mantras of Aryatara and the six-syllable mantra of Avalokiteshvara for this pandemic to discontinue, to stop, to cease. And so please make your prayers. This is a prayer to Avalokiteshvara. Please say this mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, everyone, praying for the pandemic to go away. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum, 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 Mani Padme Next, Aryatara mantra, one round of mala. Prostration to Aryatara. Om dare tu dare tu re soha, 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 om dare tu dare tu re soha. Om dare do dare do re soha, 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 om dare do dare do re soha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, 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 om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, 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 om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, 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 om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, 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 om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, 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 om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, 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 om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha, om dare do dare do re swaha. Om dare do dare do re swaha, 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 Om Dare 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 Swaha.
Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha.
Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha.
Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha.
Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha.
Om Dare 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 Swaha.
Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha. Om Dare 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 Swaha. Is dedicating the merits for attainment of Aryatara, level of Aryatara, and so that we could help others to reach that goal. Blessing for the tea again. So the verse that was said was, your body is created from billions perfect factors of goodness. Your speech satisfies the yearnings of countless beings. Sentient beings, your mind perceives all objects of knowledge exactly as they are. I make this offering tea to you, the chief of Shakti. So today, at this very sacred and special place, where we have the opportunity to, it's the second day for us to accumulate merit and purify our negativities. And of course, the sacred places also makes difference. Meditating in a big hotel and meditating in a place which was blessed by many past great beings, there is definitely some difference between these two. So this is a very sacred and special place of Vajrasana, with the Buddha to enlightenment. And here, if you bear positive motivation and also meditate on the combined meditation on bodhicitta and emptiness through placement meditation, focusing meditation, and analytical meditation. If you remain in meditation in this with these two principles together for some time, due to the place itself being sacred, it can have you may receive blessings for your meditation. Yesterday we did the bodhicitta ceremony, bodhisattva vows, which is the essence of the teaching, the dharma. And if you have some time, having gathered here, mainly cultivating bodhicitta, this altruistic spirit of enlightenment, and also combining it with the view of emptiness, it would be very good if you could gather together and do this meditation of the. So I just wish to remind you all to do this. So please keep this in mind. So what I'm teaching today is it's basically a teaching with the explanatory transmission. But what you should do is to combine both the focusing meditation and analytical meditation for days, months, and years. If you can do this, then things will change. Your thoughts, your thinking, and reflection on the teachings will definitely bring some change within yourself. As it is said that whatever has come through causes and conditions is bound to change. And so if you could, in this very sacred, special sacred place, from your own experience, by thinking about bodhicitta and emptiness, to bring up some, build some experience, even if it may be one day, you may feel some change within your mind with regards to these two experiences of bodhicitta and the view of emptiness. And so, please consider this well. So, of course, you will not be able to so, of course, we may not have the experience of bodhicitta and the view of emptiness first, but through these blessings of masters like Nagarjuna, the Buddha himself also became enlightened and gave teachings. And masters like Nagarjuna and so forth also came and blessed this place. And therefore, because of these learned and accomplished masters' blessings, we should, if we could also focus our mind single-pointedly, as I already explained, on bodhicitta, thinking of bodhicitta, and as it is said, in order to accomplish the aims of oneself and others, for one's own interests, bodhicitta, for the interests of others, bodhicitta, for your temporary happiness and health, mental health and physical health, happiness within your mind. And so these two bringing about the long life as well. And so all these can be brought about through bodhicitta. And as a complementing factor for that, as our is it possible for us to end our suffering? So then, to answer this, we can relate with emptiness, view of emptiness. And so all the faults, that flaws within us is because of this clinging to this true independent existence in things. And therefore, by reflecting on and meditating on emptiness, combining it with the bodhicitta, if you can do this, then even in one day, you may feel some effect and feel the peace of mind within yourself. So this will come about through your own effort. And so this will be your offering of practice to the Buddha, the main offering to the Buddha. So all the past great beings, great masters, reached the high realizations and became enlightened through this practice. And so as followers of them, we take them as our role models. And each day we should, if we could cultivate bodhicitta and the view of emptiness as much as we can, to the best of our ability, it will make difference. And so, regarding myself, I was born in the northeastern part of Tibet. In that place, there were no role models as such, no special role models for these practices. But after coming to the central part of Tibet, due to the kindness of my two teachers, and especially Jabji Ling Rinpoche, Yongzin Ling Rinpoche, I studied the philosophical texts, and after coming into exile, I've been able to give more thoughts to this practice of bodhicitta. So I can see from my own experience, the meditation on the bodhicitta and the view of emptiness makes a difference. And so Tibet, being the land blessed by or taken care of by Avalokiteshvara, and then the places adjacent to Tibet, of course, there have been the Buddhist tradition there, and we have here in India, which is a neighboring country of Tibet. If you could, there are people who are new to this tradition of Buddhism. If you could meditate on bodhicitta, and so if you could meditate on bodhicitta and emptiness, view of emptiness, you'll be able to benefit yourself in this life, and not only in this life, you'll be able to help others, not only yourself, but others as well, in the future lives as well. So as we recited, as we did this recitation of the 6-syllable mantra and the Aryatara mantra, we could use these kind of techniques to make some transformation within ourselves, so that we feel ourselves different. We feel ourselves as having become slightly different from the person who came here in the beginning. So you should keep on practicing for days, months, years, and then you will see some experience, some change. This change will be quite heavy with you. So the practice will become quite strong and heavy, and therefore you will see some transformation within yourself. And so this change must come through study or hearing the teachings first, and then developing the understanding based on that, and then understanding based on reflection, and then understanding based on through meditation. And so this is what I wish to say to you. So today, is it the second day? He's almost just wandering. We are on verse 50 somewhere, in the 50s.
Rangshi Mingi Shiva me, take a generous Simgini, dark and never. Bamboy, conquer Rangshi land ever, then it channel, Shemain, Chido Purum, Nawata, May Rangshin Sawashin, Tishin or Tamjaki, Rangshin Dombony don't do. Sawa May Rangshin.
So just as water, the fire has the nature of hotness, and water as being liquid, so likewise, so even though things do exist, if you try to find and search for their identity through analysis, you'll not be able to pinpoint anything as being this and that. So when you reflect on the things being empty of any essential existence in and of themselves, then when you are able to reflect on that well, you'll be able to uproot this clinging to the true existence in things, and transform your mind into the mind of enlightened omniscience. And so you'll make this existence sublime. So this is our responsibility. So by meditating daily, you will feel some calmness and tranquility in your mind, peace in your mind, and the teachings also become very close to your heart. And so likewise, when you are in that state of mind, peaceful and so forth, then because of your meditation on bodhicitta and the view of emptiness, the people around you also may feel the difference. So the atmosphere around you will be also felt by others. So all of us have this Tathagata Garbha, the essence of Buddhahood or the Buddha potential. So having been born as human beings, and we have now met with the teaching of the Buddha and have the opportunity to study the texts written by great masters like Nagarjuna and so forth, and also Asanga and so forth, and have gained some understanding in the teaching. So these should be used to subdue our mind, to discipline and control our negative emotions. So unless we are able to do that, what will happen is what has happened to here in Hiroshima. So many people died because of the bombings. And so I have seen people who have, I have heard of people who have died, and then saw people who actually suffered that bombing, and they were very frail and sick. And so we should pray and work towards peace in the mind, true peace. So this is the responsibility of all of us collectively. And so I would like to urge you to do your best to contribute to that. And we have Sakya Dr. Rinpoche and also his entourage. They have come here. They also have made their prayers. I feel very grateful for that. Thank you. And then we have other leaders from different traditions, the lamas and geshes, and others. So I would like to, for this gathering, I would like to thank everyone. So the Buddha Dharma is twofold: the scriptural teachings and the realization, and how to preserve this is through study and practice alone, as Vasubandhu has said. So we should pursue the study of the Dharma, and then about the three trainings of morality, concentration, and wisdom. Whatever you have learned, you should share it with others and explain them to others. So just as you have studied and learned the teaching, you should you should make yourself to be able to preserve the Dharma, both the scriptural and the realization as well, through your practice. So is that all? I couldn't find. So verse number 58. When you speak of emptiness as the nature of phenomena, in no sense do you propound nihilism. By the same token, you do not propound eternalism either. And verse number 59, of course, we go through the birth, aging, sickness, and death. They do affect us. We experience them, but when you look for their identity, search for their final identity, you will not be able to pinpoint anything being as the birth, death, and so forth. But they do exist. And so starting with ignorance and ending with aging, all processes that arise from the 12 links of Tibetan origination we accept to be like a dream and an illusion. This wheel with 12 links rolls along the road of cyclic existence. Beyond this, there cannot be sentient beings. Beyond this, there cannot be sentient beings experiencing the fruits of their deeds. 61. Just as in dependence upon a mirror, a full image of your face appears. The face do not move into the mirror, yet with it there is no image. Without it there is no image of the face. 62. Likewise, aggregates could recompose in a new existence. Yet the wise always understand that that no one is born in another existence, nor does someone transfers to such an existence. 63 down. So here, verse number 67 shows the lines which says, independent of the conventional, no ultimate truth can be found. The conventional is talked about. So this shows that the two truths are of one essence or nature. So with regard to the mind, the nature of the mind being luminous and awareness has to be understood and experienced from your experience. Of course, it cannot be described by by using your own mind and giving thought to it, you'll be able to understand the mind, the clarity and the awareness nature. And then there are those of the gross states of mind and the subtle states of mind. And the subtle clear light is what is taught in the tantras. And so we have people who are who after clinical death stay in meditative states. They go through the dissolution of the gross states of mind, and then the three visions of whitish, reddish and blackish near attainment, and then during which there's also the experience of the three empty states, and then finally you go into the clear light of death. So at that point, when you are able to place your mind, remain in meditation in the clear light, which is also characterized by all empty state, and within the meditation on emptiness, in that state, when you arise or get out of that experience, you arise in the form of the illusory body, as it is taught in the Guhya Samaja Tantra. And so our daily practices are supposed to be aimed to for us to be able to attain those states of mind, the illusory body, the all empty state, the illusory body, and then the combination of the illusory body and the clear light, and then finally becoming enlightened. Verse number 69 then. We are back to verse 65. So verse number 66. The non-origination of all phenomena is clearly taught to be emptiness. In brief, the five aggregates are denoted by the expression all phenomena. When the ultimate truth is explained as it is, the conventional is not obstructed. Independent of the conventional, no ultimate truth can be found. The conventional is taught to be emptiness. The emptiness itself is the conventional. So when we talk about the subtle mind, we should be able to bring up that subtle state of mind and then place our mind in meditation on that, or retain the meditation on that. So of course it's not easy to do that, but through your practice and of meditation you will be able to experience this. So the conventional arises from afflictions and karma arises from the mind. The mind is accompanied by the propensities. When free from propensities, it is happiness. Verse number 70, a happy mind is tranquil indeed. A tranquil mind is not confused. To have no confusion is to understand the truth. To understand the truth, you attain freedom. 71, described as suchness and as the reality limit, as signlessness, and as the ultimate truth, as the supreme awakening of mind. It is also described as emptiness. So all suffering comes from ignorance. And so when you are able to understand that well, you'll feel that this must be eradicated, and therefore to do that you could do that by understanding dependent origination, as it is said. By dependence is not rejected emptiness. By origination, the conventional, the worldly convention is also conformed to, and therefore the reliable teaching, the authoritative teaching of dependent origination, because of that, it is called the king of the supreme reason, the king of reasonings. And so yogis, Madhyamaka says the yogis do recognize and that this clinging to the view, identity view is the source of all problems, and therefore they develop the wisdom of selflessness. And so this is what I wish to teach. This is the prayer of the words of truth. So this last prayer says, may whatever is undertaken by those malevolent beings, be they visible or invisible, who due to their perverse aspirations in the past are hostile to the Buddhist teachings, be uprooted by the truth of the three jewels.
Come to Taiwan.